How's it going, everybody? It's good to be with you again. It's Richard here, and today I want to take a little time to take a look at another tank atomizer with you. And this is from the people who's given us the whole line of Mutation X rebuildable dripping atomizers, and also the Mutation X MT tank, which is something I've done. I reviewed quite some time back, I think about a month or two back. And if you'd like to, you can check out the review. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Okay, so right now we've got a newer version, or the big brother you want to call it, and this is a 5 ml capacity tank with an RBA section. Let's go ahead and check out the Mutank by Indulgence. Ooh, excuse the fog, guys. Alright, welcome back. So this is definitely for people who likes big airflow, big juice flow, and the option of either building their own coils or just simply want to pop in a stock coil by Indulgence and off you go, okay? With the RBA section, you could actually build your own single coil, dual coil, Clapton coil, twisted coil, pretty much anything you can think of, okay? Because the build deck on the RBA section is pretty big, okay? No problem at all. Also, the big juice flow that's in the tank itself, on the chamber itself, you know, that allows you to soak in all the juice, keep your cotton really well saturated with juice, and you're not going to get a dry hit. One special feature is the drip tip. It's not going to get hot because there's a small Delrin piece, very thin Delrin piece at the bottom of the drip tip, where it separates the drip tip and the top cap, which is made out of stainless steel. And in there's also something called a vacuum, what you call insulation, okay, to prevent the drip tip from getting hot. Okay, so why all the fuss with the drip tip, you might want to ask? Because the 0.3 ohm dual stock coil allows you to vape anything from 30 watts all the way up to 150 watts. But then again, I've not tried it. So max I think I've gone is 60, 70, 80 watts, somewhere around there, and that's it, okay? But if you do want to go to 150 watts to vape on your dual coil 0.3 ohms, I don't see why not, because the juice flow holes are really big. It would have, you know, soaked in all your juice with big channel juice channels as well. You're not going to get a dry hit. All right, apart from that, well, let's go down, let's get a good close-up look of the Mutank by Indulgence. Come back, we'll vape on it, and I'll leave you with my thoughts. All right, catch you later. Alright, so up close with our Mutank by Indulgence, the packaging that it comes in, nice attractive black cardboard box like that, logos all around, right on top as well, Mutank, and right at the bottom it says rebuildable coil plus replacement coil, firing range between 30 to 150 watts. That's the range that you can fire with your stock coils. Logo again, a little thank you note, at the same time some product features here. Contents of the box, all things that's included in there, and also your scratch and check authenticity stickers, certification logos, and their website. Okay, that's about it. And here it's got all the different color options for you: red, violet, golden, black, and stainless steel. So I have the stainless steel, which is marked here, and of course a little tug ribbon at the side, pull, and the box comes open. Of course this is plastic shrink wrap as well. I've already told the plastic to test the product. A little what they call instructions leaflet here, folded leaflet, and you've got all the things that you want to know about the device in there. A little introduction. This kit contains specifications and also a little highlight of the drip tip, you know, where it features the unique drip tip, which has two different ways to keep it cool. One is the thin Delrin layer at the bottom. It keeps the temperature from the stainless tube. Secondly, the vacuum insulation always keeps the stainless tube from being hot. As you can see the diagram right here, you have this little piece of Delrin right at the bottom here, and this little vacuum insulation at the sides here, so it keeps away the heat from getting onto the drip tip. And in here it's also Delrin as well, so that's the highlight of the drip tip. Also replacement coil that you have in there, which is a dual coil, and also the RBA section, which is a 4-post DIY coil. Silicon vape band, which we'll get to see afterwards, all the different colors that's available, how to build a coil and all that, and also how to refill. And on top here it's a top fill, but it's not a swivel, because the picture looks like you know, kind of like a swivel, but no, you actually unscrew it anti-clockwise and the cap cups open, and this is how you fill your juice. All right, at the back you have replacement coils, different type of replacement coils where you can purchase separately. They got twisted coils, Clapton coil, quad coil as well, and all the different colored what we call O-ring, replacement O-rings for glass chamber, Additional parts for purchase: quad coil, Clapton coil, twisted coil, 2-post DIY coil, replacement O-rings for glass chamber. You've got a little QR code here to take you to their website. That's about it for the what I call instruction guide here, so you can have a look at it if you do make the purchase. And a little qualified card. This is more like your quality and assurance, and it's passed. It's not exactly a warranty card. All right, so in the box you have your little bag of spares here, and that's the vape band. Mine's orange. You have your little infamous blue screwdriver in there. You've got 2 silicone O-rings for your Pyrex glass there, and some Phillip head screws in case you'd like to replace them. Some O-rings as well. So that's all there is here. And also you've got a little stock coil here. Comes with 2 stock coils. One of it is already inside the tank, and another one is here. Just have a look closer with the stock coil here. It says Indulgence dual coil firing range 30 to 150 watts. It doesn't say how many ohms, but well, from what I've tested, it's 0.3 ohms. All right, so you've got your juice flow here, very large juice flow. This is good for people who likes to vape on high VG juices. Definitely won't get a dry hit. Japanese organic cotton in there. At the bottom you've got your 2 air holes there, and your positive contact, a little rubber piece to prevent short, silicone here to prevent leakage, and in there you can see the dual coil, if you can see the dual coil, which I doubt so. All right, just to let you see the stock coil. This is the RBA section that comes with it, yeah, which we'll come to afterwards. I've already put a single coil in there just not to waste time, so I'm going to show you how you can do the wicking and all that afterwards. All right, same thing, very similar to the stock coil actually, but you can rebuild on this. We'll come to this shortly. Meanwhile, you have a spare Pyrex glass tank here, which is really nice. That's your spare Pyrex glass tank. And the device itself, let's bring out the star of the show. Right here, this is the Mutank. A little closer still with the Mutank, as you can see the stock coil is in there. And you've got 2 very large air slots here. Cyclone or Cyclops style, 1 on each side. Adjustable. Yeah, make it bigger or smaller. It's got a nice tension to it as well. So it goes 360 degrees all around. It doesn't lock or anything like that, but you can make the adjustments. All right. The dimension for this is 68.3 by 22 millimeters in diameter. It's a 5 ml capacity tank, and the weight of this is 56.8 grams. This is made out of stainless steel 304. Okay, just put it next to the previous Mutation X MT. This is side by side, and it's definitely taller. This is shorter. This is the previous Mutation tank. That's the top there. That's the bottom. All right. And just to compare with the Sub-Tank Mini, still just a little bit taller. And just to compare with other tanks as well, this is the Delta 2 Joy Tech. Alright, so drip tip, as you can see, I'm going to take it out for you. Right at the bottom here, it's Del ring. That's the thin layer of Del ring that's keeping the heat from here transferring onto this tube here. Alright, in there, there's got that slight vacuum chamber that you saw, or rather insulation, vacuum insulation, to keep the heat from getting onto your drip tip so it doesn't burn your lips. Okay, so inside it's all Del ring. If you take a look, that's the drip tip held on by 2 O-rings. Keep it nice and snug. And at the bottom you've got your 510 pin here, which is non-adjustable. There's no screwdriver kind of slots for you to go put it in. So with the airflow control, you can also remove it if you'd like to. That's the airflow control for you. Knurlings at the side here where you can hold this and turn, and the chimney is made out of 2 sections. Once you press and turn, the top cap comes off, and this is your fill port. Previously with the previous tank, it's also the same. turn it and it opens. It's only got one fill port, so this is where your juice go in. Air has to come out from the same hole. Okay, they both share. With the new one, with the new tank, it's got two separate slots, juice to go in, air to come out, so it's a much better option right now. This is an improvement. So once you turn it, or you can hold the glass, Pyrex glass, and this whole piece comes off. Alright, so you've got your glass and your center shaft push, and it comes off. There's your Pyrex glass, and that's your O-ring that you can change if you'd like to. You get the clear silicone in the spares bag, so if you'd like to change it, you can do so. This is a black one that I got, so that's how you fit it in. Just make sure you line it up properly and put it back in again. Now you can put it back if you'd like to. Okay, so that's the glass tank, and this is your chimney shaft here. That's the size of the bore and top cap. And this is your 510 pin, your positive pin in there, the base. Alright, so let's take a look at the rebuildable atomizer. This is the RBA section, which looks very similar to the stock coil. Alright, except this is a rebuildable. You can remove the top section here, and in there, that's a single Clapton coil I've got in there just to show you how it's done. And you have this barrel here. 4-post design. Over here you can see the post holes are rather big. And you have got your Phillips screws. By default, the Phillips screws are all in the spares bag, so you have to actually, find the Phillips screws and screw it down yourself. I have my Clapton coil in there. That's my wick, and this is how you do your wick actually. If I were to take it out, what you'd normally do is, with a lot of atomizers, you just want to cut it and let it, sit around like halfway in the juice channel. But because the juice channel is really huge, you want to cut it longer all the way down to this length, right? Just check the length, and after that, what you want to do is just push the cotton back in, stuff it back in. Alright, stuff it back in like that, and you won't get any leakage. Alright, this is made for a single coil, so there's a little single coil adapter made out of silicone at the back. You can just tug and pull it out. This is the single coil adapter, just to let you see, which is the same as the previous tank. That's the air hole that goes in from the side, the bottom up, to cool your coil. Large 2mm post holes, and the negative is milled onto the deck. 16mm in diameter, the deck. Single dual coil capable. That's the juice channel there. That's a really huge juice channel, as you can see. The reason why you want to cut it longer and stuff it back inside is to make sure that some of your cotton actually goes, if you notice, in there and covering all the way up here, so that when your juice comes down, it doesn't come out and flood your air hole, right? So that's how you want to do your wicking. If you look just right behind here, you can see the cotton at the back here. So that's your very, very big juice channel to make sure your coils are very well saturated and you get really good flavor. Push it down, and it actually blocks the air holes, blocks the juice channel, and you're on single coil mode, right? And you want to take your barrel, make sure the indulgence word is right side up, screw it back in. Alright, make sure you get the threading right before you start turning it, otherwise you'll strip your threading. Alright, so once it's done, you see the cotton here, that's going to soak up the juice, at the same time prevent too much juice from getting into the deck. Alright, so you have your chimney top here. Alright, put in your airflow control ring first, turn it off, close it up, put in your juice, and then close up the top cap. and the drip tip, and you're all set. Alright, so welcome back to FaceTime, guys, and time to give you my thoughts on the Mutank by Indulgence. First thing I like about the tank is the capacity, the fact that it can take 5 ml of e-liquid compared to the previous version, the Mutation X MT, which only took about 3.5 ml. Okay, so that's a big leap there. I think this is more like an improvement from the previous tank. Next, the versatility of either using their stock coils, which they have quite a few from Clapton, so twisters and things like that, or you would like to, you can use the RBA section and build to your heart's content whatever coils you want to build in there. Okay, big juice flow holes for your high VG juices, especially for those of you who like vaping on thick juices. You got those big juice flow holes in there and the channel as well to soak up all your juice, and that means you're not going to get a dry hit. Okay, big airflow for your lung inhale, which equates to big clouds. Okay, I'm going to take a vape now. There you go. All in all, it's a very well built tank. I can't find a con to it. It doesn't leak. It is very good. Okay, is it the best? Well, I wouldn't dare say it's the best, because there's so many tanks out there nowadays, and they just keep getting better and better and better all the time. So it's competitive. I mean, you can find other tanks with big juice flow, big airflow, and things like that, good flavor, good vapor. But this one, the Mutation, what they call Mutank, okay, by Indulgence, it's better than a lot of other tanks I've tried before. So this is really good. It doesn't leak, even though you've got those big juice channels there. As long as you wick it right, it is good to go. Again, all this is just based on my own personal preference. It could be different with you, but to conclude, for me, this is a good tank. Okay, is it worth your money? Do I recommend it to buy it? Well, for the price, yes, it's going to be worth your money. You have no issues with it. Top fill, easy to fill, drip tip that doesn't go hot, on your lips and things like that. Big capacity. All that I've said, it is worth your money. Will I recommend you to buy it? Well, if it fits your, criteria with all the things I've said, yes, I would recommend you to buy it if you're looking for big airflow, for your lung inhales and things like that. So all in all, this is a good tank, if not a great tank. All right, that said, how much and where? I didn't really do a price search on it, but this tank has been released for a while already, so it is not a problem, especially for those of you in the US, to just Google up, to find one very, very easily. In Malaysia, that's a bit of a problem. Lately I have not been surfing very much, so I don't know if which shop carries this, but just offhand I did a bit of searching, and I found a shop called, or rather a retail outlet called Malaysia Vapes, or Vape Malaysia, something like that, which I will put a link in the description box. If you're interested, if you're keen to get yourself the Mutank, well, check it out. All right, so that about concludes it, the Mutank from Indulgence. I'm going to take one more vape. We'll call it a wrap. Until I talk to you again, once again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and have a great week ahead. Bye for now. God bless.